National Soup Month, and today we're at the Dairy Council of Arizona, and I'm joined by Tammy Baker, registered dietitian, with some great soup recipes for you.
And soup is great because it can be a meal or it can be an appetizer. And there's actually research that shows if you have a bowl of soup before a meal, you eat fewer calories overall.
Oh, we like that, especially in January.
Absolutely.
What do you have for us?
Soup is so versatile. You can use leftovers or start from scratch. And the first recipe over here is a mashed potato soup. So you can actually just get some frozen mashed potatoes, or if you have leftover mashed potatoes, you can use those. And we keep the calories low because we're using a non-fat Greek yogurt in it, and we're also putting some milk in it and some cheese in it, and there's a few onions and veggies that are blended in it as well, but it gives it a nice texture, it gives you some calcium, and you're using up some leftover mashed potatoes.
That sounds so good.
The next one is a summer squash soup. And you know, summer squash is really available all year round, but this one has milk and cheese and squash in it. Again, it's blended just a little bit or put in a food processor for just a little bit, so it's a coarser texture, and they've sprinkled some cheese and a little bit of bacon on top, and it's another great option, and it's a very light soup, so you could use it as an appetizer.
Wow, looks flavorful.
Same thing is true with the asparagus soup. We've used some milk, we've used some seasonings, and we've also used a little bit of vegetables that are blended, and the asparagus gives it the green color, a nice light soup, and you can have that again as an appetizer before a meal, getting some calcium and getting some vegetables.
Good idea.
Winter's always a great time for chili, and we've got a nice black bean chili recipe here. We've got some lean ground beef, a little bit of cheese sprinkled on top, and some veggies, some green peppers and red peppers in the soup, as well as onions to help give you some vegetables along with all that protein.
There's nothing like chili in the winter.
Yeah, oh, I know.
Good.
And this one is one of my favorites. This is an avocado soup, and there's a little bit of crab sprinkled on top and a little bit of shredded orange peel on top. But this one is very easy, and I have all the ingredients right here. Of course, you take avocados and put in a food processor or a blender, but also these tomatillo tomatoes, which look like this.
They're so cute.
Aren't they cute? They're little, and you take the skin off of them and blend them up in the blender, add them to the mix. You have milk, and you've got a little bit of kick here with the jalapenos.
Gotta have some spice.
Yes, and then some seasonings, some broth, a little bit of red pepper, a little bit of cheese. All that's blended together, and then you just sprinkle a little bit of crab on top, and it gives you a really nice soup. And the only fat in the soup is from the avocados, which most of the fat in avocados is monounsaturated. So it's a little better type of fat. A little bit of fat in the cheese as well, but the milk is non-fat, you've got the broth, and you've got some vegetables.
This sounds so good. I can't wait to go home and try.